Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video and coming off of another disappointing and terrible football weekend, for which I won't speak of. We'll just move on to the video. We also had a draft. I had the PCE in, had my fantasy league draft last night into, I think we might have went to like midnight or a little bit after midnight. Came up, I mean, it was a good draft. You know, y'all guys go over and subscribe to my Twitch if you aren't already there. That is where the gameplays, for the most part, will be happening. I'll probably drop a few of them on here. But yeah, I'll be doing a little bit, probably doing a video tomorrow breaking down my team, and probably just do a little series, you know, coming up with my team, you know, before we start to really get off into the PCEN Fantasy League season. All right, what we have coming up next on the virtual docket, the new impact blocking system. This is something that it used to be in the game, and then to a certain degree, they kind of took away the original way that we did it. But, you know, of late, I've been kind of, you know, digging and really going back through some stuff. And so I've just come up with a new system, you know, to get your impact block more in tune with what you're doing, whether it be the run game or whether it be the pass game. On a lot of these clips, if you just watch the aggression of my offensive linemen. It's not that we're always playing teams that we're better than. Actually, we're playing teams with really good, in some of these clips, with good defensive lines. And if you can see like the quick sets, on some plays, let's say like if you're running a play and the play is a play that probably has slants in it, it's something quick. The way that you get your feet set on those plays are different from plays that have maybe the all verticals that have deeper drops. And a lot of times we don't get to see this now simply because a lot of people don't play under the center anymore. This used to be really evident when people played under the center, because the quarterback would automatically almost really stop on his own, you know, if you just put any kind of movement to the stick whatsoever. And on a lot of those plays, those are just quick set style plays where the drop is naturally shorter. Again, on longer vertical plays, you have longer drops. And so that would be the reason why we had to break break the drop back a lot in the pocket. We had to break the drop back animation. That's what I was trying to say. But again, if you look in a lot of these clips, and I'm just really showing the pass, we'll get into the run game when we get into practice mode, but you just see the stout nature at which my linemen are kind of like standing up, and you know, a lot of times you'll see them actually shoot their hands, you know, and give that shot to the defensive lineman, really stopping their momentum. To me, I don't think you'll never be able to stop. It's unrealistic to expect not to have block sheds. But the only problem with me, and I've always had with Madden, is the fact that the reacceleration occurs way too fast with a lot of defensive linemen. It's like a guy's coming up, he's not coming off the block and automatically just gunning it, you know, not for the most part. Now, if he beats the block, then yeah, naturally he's gonna, you know, be in a closer proximity with the quarterback or whoever he's trying to sack or whatever. But one of the biggest keys to the impact block system is just the fact that you're going to stand up stronger in the pocket, and your linemen are going to stand up to the defensive linemen, and they're going to at least make it some sort of task for them to shed. Not saying nothing in Madden works 100% unless it's going against you. Yeah, there's one you might want to write down. But again, when you look at a lot of these plays, you see me able to stand in the pocket, and you'll see a lot. I don't want to give away too much of it, but you'll see a lot of double teams across the board, when it's feasible. Now, if they're sitting in 6 or 7, of course, it has to be individual blocking for the most part, because you can only, for the most part, only keep in 7 to block unless you bring it in an extra wide receiver or something like that. But to me, again, it's all about how they stand up to the blocks. And if they're able to stand up to the blocks, that little key, that little second of time is extremely, extremely important. As we go back through some of these, you'll see like the defensive linemen, you see them doing the club moves and all this stuff. Just look up front, look at all the shed attempts that they're making up front, but you see my linemen really standing their ground, really latching on to the defensive linemen, and not necessarily, they're not necessarily blocking them 100%, but they're making it, they're at least impeding the progress in giving me more time in between the time that they shed. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not that you're ever going to stop guys from shedding. The fact is, okay, can I slow their progress enough so that they have to re-accelerate, and that gives me that extra second or two to maybe escape or slide to the left, slide to the right, buy myself just a little bit more time. And so when you see me going through these slow-mos, you see everybody man to man. The running back is supposed to get killed on that play by that defensive end, but he gave me just enough of a block to buy me enough time to get the pass off. And so in the running game, it's really super effective in the running game. You have longer, more sustained blocks, and then more down the field blocking. I think that is the biggest key to breaking a lot of these runs for, to make them bigger runs, is your downfield blocking. So you look down here, you see my receiver down there blocking you see Moss down there blocking 20, 30 yards down the field. And I mean like a really good latch on block, not one of those things where they kind of block the guy and then let him go. You see Moss, look at that, the whole time. And so I don't care, again, if he gets, you know what I'm saying? If the guy eventually gets off the block, then fine, as long as I've ran past him. But again, when you look down the field initially, just look in the box initially, and you'll just see basically a hat on a hat. You'll see the linebacker looping on that backside right there. But you'll see when the guard comes across, he does a good job of sealing the edge to the outside. And so now it's just, once I get to the second level, me giving myself, enough time and space in between my receiver and the potential defender. Now, so it's basically, for the most part, though, in the running game, it's really, can you get the guys blocked in front of you that you're supposed to get blocked? And then you just have to be able to beat that one-on-one matchup out there in the open field. Again, like I said, man, it is going to be very hard. Oh, wow, I almost said that. If you have the new modifier system, you'll understand what just happened right there. But it's just very hard for AI defenders to be able to tackle you one-on-one in the open field, if you know what you're doing in terms of your hezzies and your jukes and just how to put all that stuff together. I'm telling you, I'll get that new modifier system video. Actually, these two videos really kind of go hand in hand. If you have the new modifier system video, you definitely want to get this video, because this is, just look at the blocking down the field. Now, one clip I'll show you regs, next clip, I'll show you Ultimate Team or wherever you want to see it, and then in the future, we'll have some franchise stuff. So in basically almost every aspect of the game, you can see that the new impact blocking system is extremely effective. And so on a lot of these, what I want you to look at is, I want you to look at the double team and roll blocks. And so you just have to kind of go back and rewind that back a little bit, but you see that nice little false step right there. That's nasty. So you see the impact block by 60 up there at the top. He's absolutely killing that middle linebacker. It's like he's blocked him 3 or 4 times. Again, look at the downfield blocking by the receiver there, just totally sealing off, was that the corner or safety or whoever that was. And so again, it's a lot of stuff that goes into making this game consistent. I understand the algorithms, I understand the DDA, I understand all that stuff, but this is the reason why I do this stuff, is to give you alternatives, to give you a way to combat that stuff. And then, you know, in your franchise leagues and in your tournament games and all that stuff, man, this consistency shows up. Trust me when I tell you, man. I have a lot of MCX guys who, you know, who hit me, you know, when they're doing the ladders and stuff, you know, just to, you know, tap in with me, let me know what they're doing. And then I go in, I watch, you know, and I see them putting, you know, these same mechanics and all that stuff to work in tournaments, in franchise leagues, in the Players Lounge, guys. Man, y'all are ridiculous, man. Hey man, I don't like calling people degenerates, but boy, I'm talking about, boy, the Players Lounge dudes, nah, they just hustlers, man. They get it. But man, ain't no way in the world. Not Madden. I can't trust Madden. It's like the better you play Madden, the more the game tries to affect the outcome. So, nah, just not for me. If I was younger, probably. But again, look at the blocking. Look at how I'm able to set up the blocking. You see the double team. Watch the double and roll by 60 right there. Quick double team. Rolls off to the linebacker. Nice impact block. I mean, literally just knocked him off his feet, and then just gives the running back, you know, a clear lane to cut up the field, and just, you know, a little hezzy here, little hezzy there, you know, and do what you do. And so again, it's these are just multiple plays. These aren't the same plays. And so I'm just trying to show you guys the level of consistency that you'll be able to expect. Again, that double and roll, man, that is just, that combo block, man, it is crazy when he gets to that second level. Look at the center. Watch him go quick shot to the ribs of 90. I don't know who that is, but you watch how he stands him up, you know, and then just rolls right off into the linebacker. And then you just see everyone else. Just look at the positioning of the blocks, and look at the fact that they're able to drive block. And then you catch the receiver right here who skips over the corner, goes directly to the one high in the middle, and watch the block right there. And I'm able to set that up with a little mini hezzy, just a little mini hezzy right there that's going to skate me right through that gap and get me on into the end zone. So telling you, man, yeah, have this out by the end of the week. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It is your boy Coach. Go subscribe to the Twitch, Coach DC404 on Twitch.